Alright, now that we have seen a few ways how to modify our pivot table, now we are going to discuss how we can group and filter within our pivot table. Okay, so within our report, let's say that we want to see some date values so we can see when these products were sold. So over here in our fields window, we can check date. Alright, so a few things have happened here. Even though that we selected date, Excel created a new field called date parentheses month. Now depending on what version of Excel you have, it may do this automatically, but if it doesn't, I will show you how to get this field here shortly. So Excel created this new field to try to be helpful, because Excel knows that we have a bunch of different date values within our date column in our data set, and if it included every date value, this report would be very congested and hard to read. So it automatically took all of our date values and grouped them into months. Now our report is a little hard to read at the moment because we are getting the sum of sales and the percentage of units for each month. So for now, we can deselect units so that way we can see the sales for each product for each month. And since that we have more months than we do products, I think this report would look better if we switched our column labels with our row labels. So we can drag the date month field over to the rows area, and then we can grab the product ID and move it to the columns area. Now this report is a lot simpler to read. We have our months in our row labels, and then we have our product IDs in the column labels. And we can see for each month what the total amount of sales were for each product, and the grand total of sales for that month. So like I said before, if your version of Excel doesn't automatically group the date values into months, it might look something like this. I'm going to drag the date field down to the rows area and deselect the date month. So if your report looks like this, with each individual date value in the row labels, you can select any value within this column, give it a right click, and select Group. And then we can tell Excel what to group it by, so we can select Months and click OK. Now you should have the date month field, and Excel put it in the rows area. And the reason why our report is bold now with a bunch of little plus signs next to our months, since we manually grouped our date values into months, if we click one of these plus signs next to our month, it will expand and show every date value within that month. So if you were interested in seeing the total sales for a specific date, this would be a good option. But if you were just interested in the total sales for the month, you can just collapse all the months, or you can deselect the date value and just keep the date month field in our rows area. Now if we wanted to see the total sales for each quarter instead of each month, we can do that by just clicking a cell within the column that you want to group, give it a right click, and select Group. And instead of months, we can select quarters. And I'm going to deselect months and click OK. So once again, now Excel added another date field, but this date field is by quarter. And it added it to our rows area, and now our report just shows the total sales for each quarter. So that's how we can group data inside of our pivot tables. We can also filter data as well. So let's deselect the date by quarter and put in the date by month again. Now one way to filter is that pivot tables automatically come with a drop-down arrow, and if we click this, we can select which months that we want to filter. For example, if we only wanted to see January, February, and March, we can deselect all the checkboxes and just select January, February, and March. And if we click OK, now our report only shows those 3 months. Now we can clear that filter by clicking the filter button, and select Clear Filter. Now another way to filter inside of our pivot tables is to drag one of these fields into the filter area. So once again, if we wanted to filter by the month, we can select our month field and drag it down to the filters. Well, if we look at our report, we can tell that this didn't work. It's because it removed the month field that was in our rows area and put it in our filters, because we can't have the same field in our rows area as we do in our filters area. What we could do to still be able to filter by month is to leave the months field within our filter area and then drag our date field into our rows area. And now what we can do is come up here to the top to where our pivot table added this new filter section, select this drop down and expand all, and then we can choose which months to filter. And this time, if we wanted to see April, May, and June, we can deselect all and just select April, May, June. And click OK. Now we can see the total sales for each date value within those 3 months. So depending on your needs and how you want to view your data, you have multiple options to choose from to how you can filter or group your data to your liking.